Welcome to SuperheroReviews.com's comic book review of The Suicide Squad, number 20, volume 5. This is the fifth series featuring the title of Suicide Squad. And as we see on the cover here, this is Harley Quinn. This is actually the variant cover created by artists Wilch Portaccio and Alex Sinclair. The regular cover also features Harley Quinn. The writer of this book is Rob Williams, and the inside artists are Eber Ferreira and Edward Petrovich. So, straight up, if you like Harley, if you like Suicide Squad, yeah, it's worth getting. We're going to take a look at what's going on inside this book and whether we think the dialogue, the writing, the art is good, and if you should be picking this book up. So, splash page here shows Katana. She is one of the crazier ones, Harley Quinn notwithstanding. So again, the art in this book is pretty good. Consistently, it shows the characters as they should look, for the most part. So this book, the basic storyline is, and there's a slight spoiler at the end, and we'll kind of warn you if you want to turn it away. But Amanda Waller must choose a new leader for her Suicide Squad now that Rick Flag is dead. This comic book has an almost introductory feel to it, similar to what we would expect in a number 1 issue, not the 20th in a series. Still riding the coattails of the successful Suicide Squad movie, you did see that, didn't you? This iteration of the team still has the movie's lineup: Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Killer Croc, Enchantress, Boomerang, and Katana. So here we see Waller visiting the various members of the team. She needs to pick a new leader. Why she's even looking at Boomerang, I don't know. But again, this is the Boomerang of the movies. The character is much different than his original iteration in the comic books, but you know that's okay. Tony Stark is not the same Iron Man as he was in the comics now that he's a movie star and looks like Robert Downey Jr. Anyway, back to Suicide Squad. Again, the art's pretty good. The characters look like they should look like. This is Harley Quinn. I think anyone would identify her as, oh, hey, that's Harley. And she's crazy. So one of the detractions of this comic, in my view, is it's still riding the coattails of the movie. I mean, even to the point of Harley's in the jail cell, back in Belle Reve prison. She's still kind of nuts. The guards are kind of afraid of her, but they're teasing her, harassing her, bullying her, however you want to phrase that, giving her food cautiously, and she's still kind of, well, being Harley. Not very original. Again, this is still pandering to the people who only know these characters and or the team from the movie, which from a marketing point of view kind of makes sense, but there is a history of people who read the comic, which is why they made the movie in the first place. Here we see a shot of Killer Croc and his lady friend, who is really Enchantress, and she's kind of nuts too. They all are, to a degree, which is part of their appeal. So we're taking a look here at Waller's decision. That's the basic point of this whole book. Here she's visiting Deadshot. For my money, Deadshot should have been the leader, but it is what it is. By the way, even though they're writing the coattails of the movie, in the comics, Deadshot is still a white guy. He looks kind of Latino here, but whatever. In the comics, in the movie, of course, he was played by Will Smith, who's African American, and did an excellent job, by the way. You know, Will Smith has a lot of comic book movies. Anyway, so she's trying to figure out what's going on. The only real action in this movie is Enchantress kind of going nuts, but there's no actual combat or fighting. So what we get here toward the end is, now that spoiler I talked about, so who does Waller choose? Something of a surprise, but not really if you consider the marketing angle of the most popular characters. So, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler. Turn away if you don't want to find out who the new leader is, and it's Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn's kind of surprised because she knows she's nuts. So, again, why? Marketing, I think. She's the most well-known, popular character on the team, and they'll give more excuse to put her on the cover, which will sell comic books, which is the whole point of this endeavor for them. So, that is where we're at. So, big question here is this book worth picking up from the local comic shop or digitally? if you are a completist, definitely. It's a Suicide Squad. The art is good. The writing is good. The dialogue is good. I think the storyline itself is kind of lazy. If you missed this issue, you wouldn't be missing much because obviously in the first few panels or pages of the next issue, they'll be talking about Harley being leader and how she was chosen and all that, which could have been done off panel, could have been done in 1 or 2 pages probably. To dedicate a whole book to that, well, I don't know. It's really worth $2.99? Probably not. So unless you're really, really into Harley or really, really, really into Suicide Squad, you could probably pass on this book if you really had to. Basically, so that's our review. It's good. It's not great. You can probably miss it if you need to. But if you like our reviews, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as like and follow on Facebook and Twitter. You can find those links on the front page of our YouTube channel. So this is superheroreviews.com signing off. And join us for our next round of comic book reviews. Thank you and good day.